When your loved ones are telling you and giving you that warning, pay attention to it. No matter how you can see that good in that other person, but if everybody on the outside looking in can see and tell you, baby, walk away, walk away, walk away.
This is the story of Delisha Evans, age 30, a mother of two who was found dead in her boyfriend's car after a lengthy police car chase that resulted in a crash. Delisha had been taken against her will by her longtime toxic convicted boyfriend, Ryan Phillips, age 33, who didn't want her to break up with him.
Shit crazy, man. I'm just saying, I've seen Final Destination too many times to know.
So he took her against her will, scorched her house in the process, and took her on the run to another state. Police were able to finally catch up with him in Missouri, but he decided not to stop the car, which resulted in a police chase. After he was finally stopped, Delisha's dead body was recovered from the car alongside Ryan's body. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis has been consistently ranked among the most dangerous cities in the United States. St. Louis is one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. with the highest murder rate in the United States. Delisha Evans, also known as Dee Dee, was a mother of two who grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. Delisha decided to expand her wings, so she moved to Dallas, Texas, where she started many businesses. Delisha was a serial entrepreneur. She owned a tax filing company called Royalty. Her social media post reads, "Happy Friday, my name is Delisha Evans. I'm the founder and CEO of Royalty Financial Advisor." She did taxes for people and was able to make a lot of money doing that.
What's up, though? I'm ready to leave.
Also, Delisha was into trucking business. In this post on social media, she said, "I really used to dream about being an entrepreneur on the beach with my computer making money while on vacation in a bikini, and I am here doing it." She posted another one saying, "I've been holding in my good news because everyone is not genuinely happy for you. Today makes a month since I bought my freight truck. Life is great." Delisha was extremely doing well with her life. She traveled for vacation, spent time with her kids, had her business running. She was passing all her exams left and right. Delisha and her two daughters were best friends. Even though she had moved to Texas, she and her kids' father maintain a fair enough relationship.
Happy 7th birthday! Look at your princess today.
Delisha had met another man who she was in love with by the name of Ryan Phillips, age 33. It's obvious from the video that he had spent 10 years in prison, but that did not stop Delisha from loving him due to the kind of loving person she was. Ryan Phillips was a character, and that started showing years into their relationship. Her father's kids kept warning her about the new guy in her life, but she always said, she can handle him. In one of his messages, he told her that Ryan would end up killing her, but she said she knows how to handle him. He warned her to protect his kids in whatever she does. He continued to tell her about how he feels his energy is different and how creepy he seems, but she replied saying he isn't creepy but only love him some Dee Dee. She further said she found someone who loved her with her flaws. All this while, Ryan did threaten Dee Dee's life and also her kids. He had broken into her house multiple times and did it repeatedly, but she felt it was all for love. She thought he was doing all those things because he really loved her. Also, Ryan told her that he was diagnosed with cancer, so it was a really tough one for her to just abandon him with the new sickness. Finally, few of her friends stepped in and told her to knock it off sometimes while they were out partying, which was when they only get to see her. So she started to back out of the relationship, but it was too late by then. She told him she can't deal with him anymore because his breath stinks. They went back and forth in their chat about why he was always coming back to her after their break-offs even though he lived in St. Louis. Things got to the tipping point when family members of Delisha Evans told first responders that Delisha was missing after they had been called to a fire at her residence. Her house had been set on fire by someone. Her kids were safely evacuated, but Delisha herself was missing. Family members of Delisha Evans told first responders that the woman was missing after they had been called to a fire at her residence. She was declared missing and things escalated from there on. Police determined Ryan Phillips as the primary suspect and tracked his direction of travel. Missouri state troopers were able to locate his red Range Rover with license plate readers. They attempted to stop the vehicle in St. Louis County, but Ryan would not stop the car, knowing well he had a dead body in the car. He fled and led the cops on a long pursuit. During the pursuit, the vehicle crashed and gunshots were exchanged. Delisha would be found dead in the car. Ryan was also dead during the exchange with the police.
Police pursuit turns deadly in St. Louis County.
We knew the situation was pretty dire.
What we now know about the man and woman who were found dead in the vehicle. Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Townsend. Tonight we begin with new information about that police pursuit that ended with 2 people dead last night in South St. Louis County. 5 on your side's Annie Kroll returned to the scene today and spoke with people who saw the aftermath of the crash, as well as a close friend of the woman found in that vehicle, Annie.
Robert, the thing to know here is that the Missouri State Highway Patrol identified them as Delisha Evans and Ryan Phillips. In an interview you'll only see with 5 on your side, a friend of Evans tells me the former couple had a complicated relationship. Police cars everywhere at this Afton intersection. Around 5:40 Friday night, an SUV rollover crash on South Rock Hill Road near Party Road, captured in real time through the bushes of Kyle Motors' home.
We saw cops with shields coming out. We knew the situation was pretty dire.
Troopers began a pursuit eastbound on Interstate 44 after the driver refused to pull over. The SUV exited onto South Elm Avenue and continued to South Rock Hill Road, where neighbors said they saw a gun lying on the ground next to the car after the suspect fired at police. Motor heard 10 to 15 shots and saw a car flipped over.
I heard the gunshots, and then we got down and knew that it was not a usual scene for this area.
It's a story that starts all the way back in November of last year near Dallas, Texas. Delisha Evans, known as Dee Dee, started dating Ryan Phillips, both from St. Louis. Friend Salome Momo said she'd had issues with him in the past.
On multiple occasions, he told her that he would kill her.
The couple fought often, Momo said, and broke up in August. Evans was a loving mother to her 13 and 4-year-old daughters. According to Momo, Evans was last seen Wednesday night. Her teenager asked where her mom was. Phillips, who was still around, said Evans was asleep upstairs. The next 2 days, he drove the 13-year-old to school in a rental car. Then on Friday, Evans' house scorched, Momo saying arson was involved. Police in Princeton, Texas activated a critical missing person alert Friday morning, saying Phillips was the primary suspect in Evans' disappearance. License plate readers helped locate Phillips' SUV in St. Louis County, which initiated the pursuit.
The understanding of is that she was already not alive when she was in the car.
If she could say anything to Phillips,
He took someone's daughter, someone's friend, someone's mother. Selfishly, we'll never get a why. We'll never get to a place of understanding.
He vowed he was not going back to prison, and he got his wish. Her friends were so sad about this incident.
I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm hurt.
Kira Brooks is still in disbelief that she can no longer hug or text her best friend, Delisha Evans.
Her soul was just amazing. Like, can't nobody say nothing bad about her. She was a very friendly, happy person.
Delisha was found dead Friday night inside suspect Ryan Phillips' car near St. Louis. Brooks tells us Phillips is Delisha's ex-boyfriend. He lived in St. Louis, but they were still in contact because Phillips claimed he had cancer.
She has a big heart, and she fell for that. He willed her back in by him guilt-tripping her with the cancer.
Brooks says Delisha filed several police reports claiming Phillips had been abusing her for months, saying he traveled to Texas often and stole Delisha's car, money, threatened her and her daughters, and this video even showing Phillips breaking into her home. According to the Missouri Department of Corrections, Phillips was imprisoned for 10 years on charges included attempted assault on law enforcement and armed criminal action. At the time of Delisha's death, Phillips was out on parole.
So that's why I'm angry, I'm mad, because it's just like, how could y'all allow him to do so many crimes over and over again?
Investigators say Phillips was killed in a shootout with Missouri Highway Patrol. Friends hoping Delisha's story can help others struggling with abusive relationships.
Listen to those warning signs. Listen to when your loved ones are telling you and giving you that warning.
Now, I did reach out to Ryan Phillips's parole officer in St. Louis to ask how he could leave the state and why he was able to leave the state on parole, and I have not gotten a response yet.
Her best friends mentioned on social media saying, "My favorite girl was taken away simply because a coward could not control his emotions and take rejection." The father of her kids also had this to say on social media. "Me and Delisha had our ups and downs since roughly 15 years. Ups and down and all over again, but through it all we maintained true friendship and some type of togetherness and partnership for our girls. Last week I went to Texas to keep an eye on the girls for holiday weekend while she went on a trip, and she jokingly tells me to take the girls and run. Until we meet again, D." Her friends and families remembered her as a great mother and had a balloon release for her.
Today in the community of Princeton in Collin County, a painful goodbye. Family and friends holding a balloon release for a missing woman found dead. They say it is the way Delisha Evans lived her life that they will remember most.
Dee Dee was going to make sure that everybody was always good. Dee Dee was going to make, she had a heart the size of Texas, bigger than Texas. The most genuine person, one of the most genuine people I've ever met.
Evans' friends telling us the relationship should serve as a tragic lesson for others.
Listen to those warning signs. Listen to when your loved ones are telling you and giving you that warning. Pay attention to it. No matter how you can see that good in that other person, but if everybody on the outside looking in can see and tell you, baby, walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
Those friends tell us they have set up a GoFundMe and are now rallying around the children of that woman during this obviously very tough time for that family.
Our deepest condolences to the friends and families of Delisha Evans. We hope her soul rest in peace. Please stay safe out there, and we shall see you in the next video.